Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Beta and this is The Simple Budget. Here on my channel I show you how my family is using the zero-based budgeting method in order to maintain a simplified financial life. If that sounds like content that you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and join our little crew here. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. All right, well, hello everyone and happy Friday. First off, because I know she's watching this video, because she watches all of my videos and she always comments because she's so lovely, Deborah was very distracted by the fact that my ring fingers were different colors. Oh, I got some candle soot on my finger here. Thank you so much. Can you plug it in for me?
Babe.
And turn it on to number 6?
No.
Please. Mr. Simple just brought down my heating pad for me because I'm a big sissy. You really not gonna turn it on?
Babe, it's got a handheld switch right there.
Doesn't you? I am always cold. It is like a real thing. Anyways, he just brought down the heating pad so that I'm warm while I'm filming. But anyways, so Deborah pointed out, I think this was on Wednesday's video, that she was very distracted by the fact that my ring fingers are different colors than the rest of my nails. If you follow me over on Instagram, which you totally should because I am becoming more active over there and I show my face a lot more. And I mean, I know some of you guys have noticed also in my shorts here on YouTube that, you know, I don't block out my face or anything, but I posted a picture of the original nail art of this over on my Instagram feed, but actually she's over here. She's here on YouTube. She's called Simple Nail Designs. I'll go ahead and leave her channel linked below. If you are an at-home mani person like I am, she's really great inspo because, as her name suggests, her stuff is really simple and easy to do. She posts nail tutorials and I absolutely love her content. And so when she posted this, I don't even remember when, but when she posted it the other day, I was like, oh my gosh, I think I can do that. And you can't really tell here. Let me see. There's a little heart. I don't even know if it's focusing, but there's a little heart here on my nail. And I freehanded this. I was so proud of myself for doing this. Anyway, when she posted this, I was like, oh my gosh, I have navy nail polish and I have this like, you know, nudie nail polish and I have gold. So I went ahead and made this happen. Anyway, if you're still watching at this point, you know, after me rambling on about my manicure, but I wanted to point it out because I was like, I don't know if Deborah is, I don't know if you're on Instagram, but I wanted to highlight the fact that I didn't just like randomly not paint this fingernail. I did paint it, but anyways, that's not why we're here. Today's video is going to be my weekly check-in video, and if you are new to budgeting in general, this is the video that is like the most important one. So creating a budget plan for yourself is fantastic, but if you don't hold yourself accountable with your spending and make sure that you're staying within your budget from week to week or paycheck to paycheck or month to month, no matter how you do it, you have to track your spending. And my husband and I sit down 1 to 2 to 3 times a week to go over all of this stuff with our budget because we have sort of like a 50-50 system. 50% of our budgeting categories, the money stays in our checking account, and 50% of our cash stuff, or 50% of our cash 50% of our budgeting categories are cash stuffed. And so if we, because we live in a digital and credit card world, if we ever make a purchase from using our debit card or going online from a category that we cash stuff for, we have to take this money out and we have to put it back into the bank. And so that's what this video is for, just kind of highlighting how we go about doing that. I will say, I've talked about this before, but what I do with the cash that I pull out of here, I actually repurpose to cash stuff the following week. So I promise, like that is a somewhat confusing sort of thing. if you're new, but when we first started budgeting and cash stuffing, I actually physically took the money back to the bank and then I just drew out the money from the bank when I went to cash stuff for the following week. We cash stuff on a weekly basis. So if you have to do it that way for your brain, do it that way. I just repurpose the money and then I pull whatever is remaining from what we've unstuffed from the previous week to go into stuff the next week. If any of this is confusing to you, I promise you eventually after watching enough content, whether that's mine or a combination of mine and a bunch of other people's, which I highly recommend to you, it will all eventually make sense. The system is something that you just kind of have to play around with and figure out what works best in your brain. We all learn differently. And so watching a variety of different content creators is what's going to be, I think, the most beneficial for a new budgeter, because it really does help to see how a variety of people make this system work for them so that you can kind of know how it's going to make sense in your brain. So please don't be turned off by budgeting in general if watching one or two content creators doesn't make sense for you. Sometimes you just need to keep looking and sifting through different content to see what's going to work best for your brain. So I'm very grateful to those of you who follow me and who continue to tell me that you enjoy my content, but I don't want you to think like, oh, this system doesn't make sense because Veda does it weird. I would much rather you found somebody who spoke to your brain and the way that you need to see things happen in order for you to be successful. So anyways, let me just jump right in here. I'm going to pop into my budget planner now. If you've been following me for some time, you know that I have an Etsy shop where I utilize all of my own, or I make a bunch of different budgeting tools, so to speak. My budget planner is one of those tools. I have wanted to get this thing live for you on my site during the month of January because I wanted you to be able to get my budget planner on sale. It just hasn't worked out that way. There have been a variety of different kinks in the plan. But what I'm going to do in working with this production partner is to make my budget planner on sale for the month of February. So the entirety of my shop won't be available on sale or won't be on sale for the month of February, but my budget planner will be. So I'm working on getting that produced for you guys. It's just too much for me to do in-house anymore because enough of you have enjoyed it and are buying it that it doesn't make sense for me to print it myself and ship it out to you that way. It makes much more sense for me to actually have a production partner working on this. And so that has been taking much longer than I originally planned. Anyways, that was just an aside that I've been meaning to talk about and wanting to take care of for you guys. But this is my budget planner. I have it broken down into quarters. And let me pop into not my bank return tracker, although I will need that, my expense tracking pages. Here we go. I do have this available as a digital download, the entire planner and my expense tracking pages as an individual item as well. Let me just pull this stuff out and then I'm gonna zoom you guys in here. I need to grab some. Sorry, I have 80 things going on in my brain right now. I grab out a few pages so that if I need to write anything, I have a smooth surface to write on. I know this is crooked. It's a printer error, which is why it's in my own personal binder. I never keep any of the good items. I always keep the wonky items. So anyways, I'm going to zoom you guys in and we will get into the expense tracking. All right, so here we are. We actually don't have too much to go over, and I'm just now realizing I usually always cover up these expenses, but well, maybe I won't. I'll just keep them open and hopefully you guys can follow along. It's not too much on the page for you. But yeah, we don't have too much to go over. Again, I know the page is crooked. It's a misprint. I always keep the misprints for myself, so I do apologize. Yes, so I'm going to just start with the very top expenses here. We had a Kroger purchase and a Sprouts purchase. Both are from grocery. Neither is being paid back. We have been having quite a time with our grocery bill lately, and I have actually been talking about it from time to time over on Instagram. We saw an intense price increase with eggs actually a couple of weeks ago. That seemed to sort itself out this week. But just in general, we're like having to have the very difficult conversation of whether or not we will increase our grocery budget this month. But I'm also going to be implementing a change to the way that I do grocery shopping in general. And I'm going to talk about that in a future video because these videos tend to be kind of long and chatty anyway. And so I don't want to necessarily get into it now. I may do a completely separate, like bonus content video of the way I plan to do my grocery shopping, but I may not. Either way, I think I'm gonna maybe I will do a dedicated video to how I plan to do my grocery shopping moving forward. Because I think it's relevant and I think it's helpful to hear how other people do things, especially when they're doing things on a budget and they're not just like willy-nilly going to the grocery store and picking up a bunch of stuff just because it feels good on their insides. So anyways, all of that to say, the grocery money will not be getting paid back. I don't have any cash left in my envelope. But we still track the expense because we have to be accountable for it. And so my husband and I, for the time being, we're taking care of this essentially off camera and holding ourselves accountable for this grocery spending in a variety of different ways. So, we pull from Etsy and YouTube money that comes in. If we ever feel like there's a category of our budget that's going out of control, we will control it by supplementing that particular category with Etsy and YouTube money. So we're not putting anything on a credit card. It's just accountability that happens off screen that you guys don't see, but we do hold ourselves accountable for it. So I'm just going to put a check mark next to grocery purchases. I put a line through this one. So because they won't be getting paid back, and I don't even want to factor it into expecting money at the end of it. Or at the end of this video. Next up, and this is actually kind of hilarious because I'm not even using it right now, but I ended up buying some microphones for my YouTube channel here. And the reason why is because, one, I think it came with 2 mics. So that means I can mic up Mr. Simple on our cash stuffing videos. But also I wanted to do this because, as I mentioned, I am going to be filming some videos that are me on camera, and the camera will be a little bit further away from me. And so, I won't be as close up to my phone so that my phone can pick up my voice. And I just want to make sure that I can still be heard and, the quality of the audio is there for you guys. So that's why I picked up, these microphones. So it's going to be coming from my equipment envelope in my business binder. It was $43.29, and I'm going to be returning $44 to the bank for that. Next up, I had my annual eye doctor appointment, and it came out to $74. We're not even going to discuss the crazy amount of money that we spend every month in premiums, and that I still have to pay for my eyeballs, which are an essential organ in my body that I use all the time and need to have somebody look at, in order to make sure that they are still functioning. But whatever, health insurance don't cover eyeballs. It's fine. I mean, it's, they're clearly covering them. My office visit costs more than $74. It just irritates me because, I feel like, the heck am I paying for? Anyways, we will be done discussing this. No negativity. It's going to be coming from our medical envelope. Like I said, it was $74, and I'll be returning $74 to the bank. Next up, I was so excited. You guys know, if you've been around here for a while, we have been kind of sharing movies with our kids, like family movies that we grew up on that we loved. And I've been wanting to show them Angels in the Outfield for a really long time. And for a while there, you could only stream it through Disney Plus, and we don't have Disney Plus. And so we were finally able to get it actually through YouTube. So we paid $4.23 to rent the movie. I'll be returning $4 to the bank. This is a really good time to tell you guys about our virtual coin jar. So usually when we have purchases that have change, we round up to the next dollar so that change kind of builds up in our checking account as just like a little mini overage. And we will pull small change amounts like this from it as well. So we use it as sort of like a little slush fund kind of situation. I don't know if slush fund was actually the appropriate way to phrase that, but that's essentially what we do. We pull small change amounts from it. We put small change amounts into it for purchases like this. And my husband is the one who tracks all of that. He tracks all of our spending literally down to the cent. So anyways, so we pulled the 23 cents from that this time, and I'll be returning $4 to the bank. Next up is a Madewell purchase, and this is mine. And as I mentioned a little bit, I am going to start filming for you guys. Well, first I have a piece of bonus content that's going to be coming up probably in the month of February, where I basically go over my 2025 fashion wish list, because it is my goal this year, my personal goal and I'll leave my financial goals video linked for you guys if you want to watch that. And that goes over our family goals. But at the end, I do mention my personal goal for 2025 is to be more intentional with my spending rather than impulsive. Because what I've noticed about myself over the course of the last 2 years is having a budget for myself is a wonderful thing. Like having spending money for myself to use is a wonderful thing, but I am still inclined toward making impulse purchases. I am obviously much, much better than the Veda that started this channel with $60,000 of consumer debt, but I'm still not where I want to be personally. I've worked really hard over the last 2 years to control my spending, but I am, rather than controlling my spending, I want to be intentional with my spending. And I think those are two different things. First, you have to sort of establish the discipline of, just randomly making purchases all willy-nilly. And then after you do that over the course of time, at least for me, that's how it's been, I want to move into making impactful and meaningful purchases for myself. Most of what I spend my money on is clothes and shoes, because they're things that I really enjoy. I'm a person who I look forward to getting dressed. I love putting an outfit together. I'm a minimalist. I don't have an elaborate wardrobe. I'm not a colorful person. But I still love getting dressed, and it's something that, like, adding to my wardrobe is something that I really enjoy. And so I'm going to be going over with you guys sort of what is on my wish list for things that I want to add in that create sort of an impactful capsule wardrobe. And so that's going to be the first video that I showcase for you guys. And then on top of that, I'm going to collect up things that I purchase every few months and do like mini haul videos. So because my plan is to spend intentionally, that's why it's going to be like once every few months or so, because I'm not going to be just like dropping crazy amounts of money every single month on stuff that I don't need. That's the whole idea behind spending intentionally. And so, what I want to do is gather up the things that I do purchase, like I said, over the course of like a couple of months or so, and then showcase them every few months and show you what I've been spending my money on. So you're going to see them in my weekly check-in videos. You're going to see like, oh, Veda spent, however much money this week on something, but you won't get to, I'm not going to discuss it as thoroughly in these videos so that I can like show you what I'm actually buying. You want to keep it down up there? So that I can show you what I'm actually buying and sort of holding myself accountable in that way for intentional, meaningful purchases. So the reason why Madewell is one of my favorite clothing companies, and I love their jeans. And I got I got a gift card to Madewell from my brother for my birthday. And so I just shopped their sale. And I think they still have it going on. It's like their annual winter sale or whatever. And I picked up a couple pieces, actually more for summer than for winter, which is good because we have a long summer here in Texas. And so I picked up a couple pieces. Again, I'm going to be showcasing them in my video, where I actually show you my first ever haul of intentional purchases, which will be coming, I'm not even sure when. I'll just kind of decide that I've gathered enough things to do a haul video. and then actually film it. So I hope you're looking forward to that. It's definitely a diversion from my, not diversion. What's the word I'm thinking of? Anyway, it's different from my usual content, which I'm excited about and also a little bit nervous about, but I hope you guys enjoy it. So anyways, I won't be telling you what I purchased because I will be filming that in another video. So the purchase came to $9.52 and I'll be returning $9 to the bank. We actually have 2 lights lacquer purchases this week, and that was kind of accidental, if I'm being perfectly honest. I needed to pick up more top coat from, this is my favorite nail polish brand, by the way. And their top coat, their gel top coat in particular is like my favorite. It, to me, produces the most long lasting at home manicure of all time. But I also think her polish helps contribute to that. And actually, I notice like this is actually an OPI color, and OPI is okay, but I don't get the longevity out of OPI that I get out of Lights Lacquer. So, but Lights Lacquer also doesn't have a deep navy color like this, which is why I use that on my manicure this week. Either way, I picked up that and like a couple of other colors that I am sort of lacking in my collection. Because my weekly mani that I do for you guys is actually like a fun thing that I look forward to. Again, I'm a minimalist when it comes to like a manicure. I don't do anything crazy, but it's still something that I do for my channel and on camera. And I love sharing like fabulous colors with you guys and stuff like that. So, this was my first purchase, and I'm just going to talk about both of the Lights Lacquer purchases. But then she released, her Valentine's collection like literally 2 days after I made this purchase. Otherwise, I would have kind of tailored my purchase accordingly. But she restocked a color that I have been lusting after for a really long time. To me, it is much more of a summer color than a winter color. It's called Cherry Jelly. I'll leave a picture of it up on the screen, unless there's like a little video of it. It's a cherry red, but it's like a sheer, it's a jelly. It's like a sheer jelly color, and it's so beautiful. I have loved it for forever, and it's been out of stock for forever. So I wanted to pick up on that. And then they had this beautiful, they call it a crelly, which is like a cream and a jelly combo. So it's sort of sheerish, but it builds up really well. This pink one that I wanted to pick up for my daughter. And even though I'm giving it to her, and really, I say her, it's like all of the nail polish that I buy for her ends up in our general home collection. But I wanted to pick it up for her for Valentine's Day because I'm moving away from doing like sweets and garbage for them for holidays and into like more thoughtful gifts or whatever. And I thought that this pink would be something that she really enjoyed. So, and then I got a tool for my nails as well. So it was just sort of like a combo of different colors and a tool and a top coat. And anyways, it came to $42.17 up here and $37.97 down here. And I always split the cost of my nail polish with my personal spending and also YouTube spending, because I don't think I would, I mean, I know that I wouldn't because I never have before. I wouldn't give myself a manicure this regularly if I didn't have a YouTube channel. So the cost of my manicure, I kind of share with my channel. I treat it like a business expense. So you can call that ridiculous if you want to and not intentional spending, but you know, it is what it is. And it just was one of those things where, you know, 2 purchases in 1 week from there is definitely excessive, but I couldn't resist this one pink color for my daughter either, for Valentine's Day. So anyways, I'm not sure what the status is of the Valentine's colors that she released. But I will leave her website linked below, so you can check it out if it's in budget. And you also love a good cherry jelly color, because I was like mesmerized. Anyways, we only have 2 more purchases left to go over. One was for $7.22, and it falls into my materials category. I actually just needed regular printer paper. And then shipping supplies, I needed to update some. If you've ever ordered from my Etsy shop, I have these do not bend, like please do not bend stickers that go on the outside of my packaging. And I needed a resupply of those. And so that comes from shipping supplies, $10.81. And I will be returning $11 to the bank. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to zoom you guys back out, and then we will get into the unstuffing portion of the video. Alrighty, so what I do from this point is I add up all of the money that I'm going to be returning to the bank, just so I have a general idea of what to expect at the end of this unstuffing. I always zoom you guys through this because you don't want to watch me use a calculator. It's just not exciting content. But then once we come back from the zoom through, we'll get into the unstuffing. So $229 is what we can expect to have at the end of this. And I will pull out my handy dandy bank return tracker. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. There we go. All right. So today is the 24th. And what I usually do, I don't know why I did that. Is I usually just start with high priority sinking funds and work my way through that way. So I'm just going to go in here. Let me see. Yeah, medical. We'll just start with medical. I'm supposed to be returning 74, but we'll see what I've got in here. If not, I just deduct it from what I am going to stuff it the following week. I also just did a bill condensing video, so this is going to be most entertaining because I need change. But let's see. Okay, so I've only got 45 here in medical. So I'm gonna write that down. I'm returning 45, which leaves me a zero balance. And I was supposed to return 74. So 74 minus 45 is $29. So what I'm gonna do, I'll show you guys how I handle that. I will just go in, what did I just say? 29. So I go to my cash stuffing plan, which I create at the beginning of every month after I do my budget. And I'm just gonna go to medical and subtract 29 from my next funding amount. And that's how we handle a discrepancy. So our big goal here is not to go over budget from month to month. We don't stress as much from week to week. So that's how we handle that. Okay, so I have done that one. And let me just see if there are any other, no, there are no other, oh, I do need to put minus 29, so I know not to expect to have that at the end as well. Yeah, there are no other high priority sinking funds, so I will move into low priority sinking funds next. And let's see, family fun. I'll grab $4 out of there. Feel like, yeah. Oh, that's perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, wonderful. And I have 15 remaining. So let me check that off. Family fun. $4. 15 left. And I just draw an arrow down so then I don't have to write the date every time because that's just excessive. Okay. Hers, 9, 20, and 13 is 42. I don't think I have 42 in here, but I have 150 in the bank. So, goodness, excuse me. Yeah, I have 30. So that leaves me 12 shy. Yeah, so I started the month with $150 just sitting in our checking account and my spending because it was birthday and Christmas money. So I'm actually not like in a deficit right now. Okay. So that's going to be it for all my hers expenses. Hers. And then, do we have any other low priority? No. So we're going to go into holiday really quickly because I have a Valentine's expense. The first one of the season. $15. Oh, I passed it. Oh, perfect. Okay. So 15. And I have 40 left. Okay. And cross that off. All right. And then I think, yeah, now we're just in business. So let me first pop in here. Let's see. Equipment. I think I'm empty in equipment. Yeah. But I'm stuffing it a lot in the month of January. So I'll just make a note. And, oh, minus 44. I just don't want to forget that I have to hold that one accountable as well. Okay, so I can go into YouTube now. I've got 32 that I'm, actually, let me grab my 7 from materials. Yeah, 5, 6, 7. And that leaves me with 20, 40, 60, 80, 91. Let me write that down before I forget. 7 materials. Okay. And then, oh, do I have any in shipping supply? Let me just do shipping. I'll go in order. 11. Okay, so I have 6. That leaves me 5 shy. Minus 5. Okay. Let me cross that off, and then I'll go back to YouTube and grab that $32. Okay, let me bring back 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that leaves me with 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32 in YouTube. Oh, wait. And I put in 32, right? Yeah. Is that right? Yeah, 32. All right, and I think that's gonna do it. All right, so let me see what I should expect to have over here. So 229. Oh, 229 minus 29 minus 12 minus 44 minus 5. So I should have 139 sitting here. Here we go. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 25, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So 139. We did it. And I can't even begin to tell you this, this budget return or the bank return tracker was a recommendation from one of you. I think it was Jessie. And I cannot even tell you the absolute like life changer this has been. Because like notating that I've returned it from here is just not as effective as having it displayed for me in this way. So this is going to be in my new budget planner, which I will be linking. I'll let you guys know when I have it up after, I get this on track with my production partner. So anyways, that's it. That is going to do it for me for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I would love it so much if you would give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your plans are this weekend. We are, if you can believe it, going to be taking down Christmas decorations. I haven't done that yet. I have not even been in that headspace. So I'm looking forward to kind of cleaning that up, because it feels like the house isn't clean until the Christmas decorations are put away. So anyways, that'll be us. And I will be back here with you guys again on Monday with our regular cash stuffing, our 4th, I think, of January. But yeah, that's going to be it. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And a reminder, again, my Etsy shop is 25% off for the whole month of January. And that's it. I'll be back here with you guys again on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.